first time I came here, there was no water.
Are those vases? Ready or sliders?
No.
Okay, so we're here at the Anahuac National Wildlife Refuge in southern Texas, and a lot of our species are here, but other ones are too. So we're still at the, we always say that we're at the tail end of the eastern deciduous forest, the great eastern deciduous forest. It actually extends farther out to these guys here in Texas. But so obviously, a lot of cypress going on here and all this kind of good stuff. And so we're going from the marine, from the oceanic inland. So as we walk up this way, up this cool boardwalk, we go through the some of the herbaceous stuff, and then pretty quickly we get into a crap load of invaders. So boo tallow, and if you look, there's all kinds of little baby tallow all around, scattered all throughout here, and this is super inundated, right? So these guys said that they had a good amount of rain this year. I mean, this is only about maybe 10, 20 centimeters deep, but it's still significant. You know, these tallow are able to handle quite wet. I didn't think they could handle this wet for this long, but obviously these guys, this individual, this is at least a 2-year-old individual, and it seems to be doing fine. It seems to tolerate this level. And we're approximately 10 meters from open water, 15 meters from open water, so we're really close. And as we move in, the cypress and the other guys are obviously natives are doing well here, but this seems to imply that we're beginning to see perhaps a wave of penetration of these tallow into this this coastal forest. And so let's keep going here. So why don't you talk about the plants?
Yeah, it's surprising. We have these little tallow individuals that are recruiting into standing water, which I didn't know that tallow was capable of withstanding complete inundation. And but we also have these large individuals of tallow. So this forest here is a huge component of it is already the invasive tallow. There's a tree right here that still doesn't have its leaves on, so I can't tell exactly what it is. But there is a lot of healthy cypress here.
Yeah. As we move back in, you can see tons of knees.
And they're recruiting too, because you see small cypress in here. Small cypress, seedlings, saplings.
Yeah.
And of course that's typical of these very, very wet spots. As we move in to the rest of the forest, we get oaks and ash, carria, as a matter of fact, bitternut, hickory.
Bitternut hickory.
Yep. And but a lot of the stuff hasn't leafed out yet, so I can't tell exactly what it is.
Yeah, and we also seem to, a lot.
But look at this. This is incredible, very healthy cypress forest. The density of cypresses, it's almost 100% in spots here.
Yeah, we're recording this in March of 2023.
All those trees with buttresses are all cypress.
High density.
With the occasional pine, and this pine apparently is loblolly pine. I've never seen it before. I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, so the staff here, I think we've seen it, but not this density. So the staff here say that the pine across this part of Texas in this region, what we're seeing up in the more terrestrial areas is pretty representative, and it's a pretty high density of pine trees.
Yeah, I think loblolly pine is a big component of eastern deciduous forest.
Yes.
Like in the Carolinas.
Yes, coastal Carolinas, totally. It's a really cool forest here, and this is just about a I don't know, like 2-3 minute drive off of I-10, so very close to a heavily traveled vehicle corridor. And then here we're starting to hit, so now the water is beginning to end. A lot of duckweed here in the back with the hydrological discontinuities capturing all the surface surface duckweed, and as we move into the terrestrial area, so we're going inland and up in elevation, we start to see privet. We start to see two species of privet. So do you want to talk about anything else?
Well, no, not really. Let's look over here. What's this? Oh, it's our box elder, Acer negundo. Typical of bottomland hardwood forest. But let's see if we can see any red maple.
I didn't see any when we were walking in. Did you?
Acer rubrum.
Did you see when we walked in?
No, I didn't see any. But where there's negundo, I mean, in our plots in New Orleans on English Turn, you know, Acer negundo and Acer rubrum occur together and in high density.
Yeah.
So here's something that I haven't. That's something's in flower here.
Yeah.
That thing's in flower. Where's it coming from? Is it a vine?
It's coming.
Yeah, I think it's a vine.
It's attached to that tree.
Also, this is with this pinnately compound leaf. It looks like a what do they call this? Locust?
Yeah.
Honey locust?
Honey locust.
This might be honey locust. There's something closely related.
As we go up farther here, we get into the, so now we're probably on the order of.
This is a different gymnosperm here. So we've seen loblolly pine, we've seen the Taxodium disticum, the
regular pine looking,
regular,
like that one back up there.
You know.
Here, let's walk up here. We can see one over.
This is like some other, like a cypress.
Yeah.
Some cypress.
You can really see the density here with this path cut through the forest. As we get farther in, you see that it becomes almost the main tree component seems to be the pine. Once we get here and farther in. It's a pretty cool spot. So if anybody's driving through on the I-10, come check out this cool National Wildlife Refuge. Awesome resource. Great to have another protected area like this, and great to have this representation so easily accessible and such a fantastic walking path that everybody can easily come check it out.
Quercus virginiana.
What do you say?
Quercus virginiana.
Oh, yeah.
Right there. Live oak.
So cool, you guys can come check out this refuge next time you're driving down the 10.
The loblolly.
There's some privet right here, and they've labeled it, so they ain't killing it. They ain't killing this giant priv.